Escape of the Battleships. This is a character story for children from Uncle Arthur's The Children's Hour, Book 2. For the third and last time, Carl, said Father, undo that tape and wrap the wire properly. Oh, bother, said Carl, who was helping Father mend a broken electrical wire down in the basement. What does it matter anyway? Nobody will ever see this wire, so why make so much fuss about the way it's done? Well, son, that's the very reason for bothering, said Father. Nobody may ever see the join in this wire again, but if it is not properly insulated, a fire might start right there and burn this whole house down. Well, I don't see why we have to be so particular, said Carl, just being difficult and keeping up the argument. Well, one day you will, said Father. There's a Bible verse which says that it's the little foxes that spoil the vines, not the big ones. The farmers would see the big ones and chase them away or shoot them, but the little ones that look so cute and innocent, they're the ones that do the damage. So you have to watch the little things, Carl, if you want to keep yourself from trouble. Are little things always that important? Asked Carl. Most times they are. I remember the day when all the light and power went off in a city where I lived. At first, no one could find out why. There seemed no reason. Then at last the engineer discovered the charred body of a little mouse in the powerhouse. That mouse had caused a short circuit and brought the whole life of the city to a standstill. But how could anybody have watched that mouse? Said Carl. A mousetrap would have been very helpful, said Father, smiling. But did you ever hear the story of the 3 German warships that escaped from Brest harbour during the war, and how they got away right under the nose of the Allied planes and ships? Oh, I think I remember hearing about it, said Carl, but did you ever hear why those warships got away? No. Then I'll tell you, said Father. There were 2 battleships, the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau, with the new cruiser Prinz Eugen. They had been bottled up in Brest harbour for many months. Allied planes watched them day and night, while part of the British fleet lay nearby, ready to pounce on them the moment they should escape to get away. Then one morning, the world woke up to read the astounding news that the 3 great ships had left the harbour and were already through the channel, steaming hard toward the North Sea and home. I remember that day well. Nobody could believe the report. It was one of those impossible things. Then, of course, everybody started to blame everybody else. In America, many just blamed the British, while the British blamed the Admiralty, and the Admiralty blamed the Air Force. At last, the government stepped in and ordered an inquiry. Well, it took them 4 years to find out why those German warships got away. The Committee of Inquiry produced a 25,000-word report, but the main point of it all was the fact that on that very day that the ships escaped, a small fuse broke on the plane that was on duty watching them. This broken fuse put out of action the plane's radar detection equipment, so it was unable to see the warships leaving Brest harbour in the fog. Not dreaming what was afoot, the pilot returned to base to get the fuse mended. 3 hours later, he was back on patrol. By that time, however, it was too late. During those 3 vital hours, the great warships got away unnoticed. I see, said Carl. It was the fuse, that one little fuse that caused all the trouble. That's right, said Father. Not the Admiralty or the Air Force or the British, but one little broken fuse. How important are little things? What great events depend upon them? Say, Dad, said Carl, do you think I wrapped the wire all right now, or should I do it again? It's all right now, son, but remember, keep an eye on the little things. So often they mean so much. And it's the same for us, friends. The little things, we might not think they're so important, but it all adds up to the bigger picture. So let's be faithful in the little things and the bigger things. To find all our stories, go to YouTube and type Living Books for World Changers into the search bar. Click go, then select Living Books for World Changers and videos, and then all our stories are there. We upload new stories every Thursday, so please come back. We love reading stories for you. Come back and listen.